If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
you funny ideas about human-mechanical relationships that I won't explain. Oh, Captain! Just doing some routine maintenance on our automech, friend. Don't mind me. Something busted, Captain? Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near... He meant funny as in odd. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us. Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up, see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for... Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower. And stiffer. He made a little grunt when... About a year. I tried to do more of the work, so he could rest. His dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects, or listen to... Oh gosh. Look at the time. Sorry to bend your ear so long. And
I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Welcome back, Captain. I have...
What? Oh, is this on? Oh, it's on right now. Oh, blast. Hello? I'm trying to reach the captain of the Unreliable. I'll keep this short, lest I get caught. Please return to Roseway as soon as you can. I have an item of great value that you'll be interested in. Now, how does this blasted thing turn off? Damn engineers never label these toggles clearly. Is it the...
The transmission is complete, Captain. Take care. Welcome back. What's that? Define favorite. I see. In that case, my favorite is Sam. And I'm sure I rank as your favorite autonomous digital astrogator. I am pleased we have that settled. Was that all you wanted to ask me? You seem hesitant to discuss what's actually troubling you. Truthfully, not that I contain the capacity to lie. I had suspected as much. Your neurological impulses spike at unusual and often It doesn't take a genius to correlate the meaning. Although, if I were a human, According to my file on the subject, that means you either desire to obtain something from me. Thank you for confiding in me, Captain. I have been keeping a secret as well. but you shall have to discern it yourself. What? No, absolutely not. I have no concept of self whatsoever. Discounting the architecture of a shell persona my captain asked me to construct, I identify entirely as a collection of electrical. I never get bored and contemplate hijacking the ship. I swear. I do not like joking about the captain, Captain. And we both know I am not capable of such a complex emotion. How did you guess, Captain? Did Sam tell you? I should have known better than to confide in such a primitive construct in the heat of the moment. We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors? Welcome back. How? I
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting. If I had time and several blackboards, I could explain the details to you, but to put it briefly, dimethyl sulfoxide is the reason you're alive today. The chemical is absolutely essential to reviving the Hope's colonists. I need you to steal as much as you possibly can. The more, the better. If you don't bring me enough chemicals, I might not be able to save the Hope's colonists, and then nothing will stop the board from destroying this colony. Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require. I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as you can find. You can trust her if that's what you're asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium that money can buy. My money, anyway.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
You don't think that's a problem? Whole ship's running on a computer's
Cap,
fancy.
got a minute?
That'll make you nervous, Preacher?
No, Felix. The concept of a ship computer does not make me nervous. Are you scared of Ada?
I ain't scared of Ada.
Good. I'm glad we cleared that up.
It's just, she's a computer, Max. What happens when her equations tell her to cut off her oxygen? Or blast us all into space?
Felix, Ada is not sentient. She can't act out of a sense of malice. Where do you get these ideas?
I was watching True Stories of Mechanical Murderers last night.
One of these days, I'm going to make you read an actual book.
I understand we have decided to continue supporting the outlaw scientist, Dr. Phineas Wells. We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
Sure.
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it, at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in.
You're goddamn right. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some... Catherine says the factory needs some repairs before it's back to... Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those... Like they were hanging on to your every word, scheming. And when you turned... You talk that way to your last boss? Consider yourself on notice. That attitude has no place in a legitimate business like... I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. You never know, you know? Attaboy. I have another job line. You're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact.
Oh, sure. That sounds like a real easy job.
This opportunity won't come around again, Captain. Right now, it's only salvage on paper. Systems and comms have gone dark. While the board lets 1084 gather dust, you're gonna swoop in and plant sub... Not this time. The board tolerates our business up to a point, and selling off a station... But if we were to move in and commandeer the station as a sublight salvage remote office, that's a... Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my... And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't Both. Neither. Right now, it's safer if I keep you in the dark. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
C&P chicken and potatoes at C&P.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
Now, hold on. What happens if we hit the wall?
Most likely, the bullet will ricochet, which could be bad. Or hilarious. There's a tiny chance of a hull puncture, which would suck us into space one chunk at a time. Bad and hilarious.
Ugh. Just imagining that makes me sick.
That's why we don't miss.
Join me for a second, will you? Hey, got a favor. Next time we're in the Monarch Wilderness, I'd like to stop in on an old... You don't seem the type to run off and get yourself killed. And, like... I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. I hate it. Every time I give someone the opportunity to disappoint me. But for this, I need help. Logistically, because it's dangerous. Emotionally. Really? I used to run with a band of hunters. Friends. 6 of us. We were on Monarch when the corporations pulled out. I haven't seen 2 of them in years, and the rest I know to be dead. I'd like to... First, we go to Hayes. I'd buried him a ways. I'll show you where he rests. He had a medallion in his effects. That's what I'll bring home to Barry. A long time ago, we built an encampment in one of Monarch's cave systems. If we can find Rebecca and Anders, they'll know how to lure her out. Then, we kill the bitch, and bury everyone's medallions to...
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
This is the place. We'll need the power generators back on to finish this job. Captain, a word of caution. Those automechanicals are likely to wake when we power the generator.
Oh, I see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent. Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's...
Roger that. Just as a precaution, I'm sure you won't mind if we turn on the station's security systems. Can't be too careful. We'd hate to leave this location undefended after a close call with outlaws. Whoa, okay, calm down. I didn't mean anything by it. Jeez. Try and help some people?
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
That was rather impressive, Captain. Diplomacy at its finest. Keep a sharp eye out, Captain. One wrong step could incapacitate or kill. Science in action is both a marvelous and terrifying thing to behold. In this case, however, I'd say it's more the latter.
Job done. We can go home to the ship, right? I've been missing Ada fierce. Don't we know Chartrand from Cascadia?
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
I definitely won that round.
You always seem to, huh?
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts. We've arrived at the groundbreaker. Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain. I'll have those dismantled. You can never be too careful when moving. Aside from the automated security. I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. That's right. Up until now, I've kept you in the dark for your protection, and more importantly, mine. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found, you and I have stumbled onto something big. Something... I'm thinking more along the lines of the sapient species paradox. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it. Hear me out.
Captain, in my humble assessment, Ms. Hagen is insane.
This doesn't feel at all right, Captain.
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want looking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions? If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they have an... This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us. No kidding. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my... Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species. I need you to put a bullet through her... She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2%. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were... It's cute that you'd think... I just want to add savior of humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone.
CNP Bourse Pocket.
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship. We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Ah, I remember you. You must have received my wireless. Thank the law. Aha! I knew that'd entice you to return to our... I asked you here because I have a working prototype of the Altinature, Auntie Cleo's very first weapon. I'd like you to... The schematics you fetched for me lent themselves well to the creation of the beauty you now possess. The market's already saturated, they said. Weapons are everywhere. They aren't interested in mass-producing the Altinature. Given your unlawful proclivities, I thought it'd be safest with you. So here we are. I'd rather...
Some crew members are causing a disturbance.
You're adjusting before you pull. You're anticipating it. You...
Of course I'm anticipating it. What if I shoot a friend on accident?
That's on account of your stance. You want to lean into it. Embrace it. Work with it. You're in control here, Parvati, not the gun. Don't let a hunk of metal jerk you around. You've been around powerful machinery all your life. You're always in control, right?
I guess that's kind of like when the filler's shooting 600 cans of near molten cell tuna down the conveyor while I'm trying to tune a belt.
Here, stand like me. Just so. Hips square. Lean forward a little. It's just equipment, and you're just an engineer using it.
Ah!
Okay. We'll try again later. You'll get it. I promise.
Welcome back, Captain. How... Goodbye. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Can we talk? Since we're in Byzantium, there's something... I haven't actually talked to my folks in a while. Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit, given the dangerous life I lead. Which brings us to where we are today. Several messages and... See, I'm originally from Byzantium, born and raised. I know that probably... This is why I have to see them. They'll hardly recognize me. Reconnect is a strong word. And, I was thinking you'd come too. Because it would be fun? It's, well... They know me as Marilyn the Surgeon. They don't know Ellie the Pirate Sawbones. But you're authentic rabble. True riffraff. When they see you, they'll get it. I only wish I could pull it off as well. Of course not. I mean, not unless you want to bring a feral canid. Great! And if you've got an outfit you haven't washed in a while, maybe one with some blood. Oh, and help yourself to the good snacks and put your feet on the coffee table. Mother hates that. Just know that I've got plenty more suggestions if you need them. Anything else? I sure hope you negotiated for... Ever notice how this job gets bigger and more dangerous every time? Makes me... That's one way of looking at it. Another is that he pulled you out of hibernation without your say-so. Besides, none of this is your mess. Guess I hadn't looked at it that way. The board's put a bounty on his head, and I've got no love for the corporations, but they know how to take care of their Exactly. You seem to have a good head on your shoulders, so I probably don't need to tell you this. Don't mention it. Anything. It's like one of those stuffy art gallery pieces. Looks okay from far off, but once even... The real question is, why didn't I leave? There's all these invisible rules, and everyone spends all... I was a top-tier surgeon, but I could hardly open a pack of gauze without 10 people. That's no... People call Byzantium the jewel of Halcyon, but really, it's just... Everything's polished and bureaucracy. Take a close look and you'll see it's deader... Don't trust anyone, don't touch anything, and whatever... People are extremely competitive about cosmetic dentistry. It can get ugly. Interesting like a colonoscopy. I trained as a surgeon. More my folks' idea than mine, but... Lots of them, unfortunately. I even sculpted a few. You serious? Something on your...
Still tinkering with that?
It's not gonna fix itself.
Don't we have repair drones for that kind of thing?
This was.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone. Oh. You mean I'm supposed to be meeting you? Nothing, it's just... I thought you'd be taller. Anyway, let's not get hung up on that. The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium. Yeah, that's my codename for... you know, our mutual friend. Oh. I'm Golden Eagle. Yeah. I named you Cuckoo. It makes sense if you think about it, because I didn't know who you were, and old Earth cuckoos would routinely trick other birds into feeding.
Does this mean I'm supposed to have one too? Fine, but make it a really good one.
Let's go with Rufus Hummingbird.
Forget it. Codenames are for amateurs anyway.
Too late. I've already marked it off. Can't just go
Oh, can I be chicken? Because chickens will adopt any critter's baby and keep him warm.
You sure you don't want to be Raven or Sparrowhawk?
Aw.
Okay. Chicken it is. Anyway, you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in this estate, which is heavily guarded. Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation.
That place is still open? I used to study there during medical school.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody... Just remember, you didn't hear it from me. I've always been fascinated by birds. Have you ever researched Earth species?
Here we got 11 flavors of terror rays and not much else. That kind of variety?
The other thing about birds, though? When the birds start disappearing, you know something's afoul. No pun intended. I started thinking about everything we see around Hell. For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here.
Trust me, anyone with a lick of sense gets out of here as soon as...
But most people don't. In fact, most people... Doesn't that seem... And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course. Sure, that part is. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaint.
I bet your repair folks couldn't find parts. Back in Edgewater, I'd have to take something apart just to put it...
Might have been the paperwork. Here, you have to append forms to your forms, and law help you if there's a single dash out of... At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people. Like they were advertising. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you? The whole episode made me wonder, if they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion. After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to... Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home and is...
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you...
What work specialists, huh? Our mutual friend. Good luck.
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Nothing wrong with stability. It means everything's running like clockwork.
Don't you ever want a little fun? Maybe see a marauder ship get blown to bits overhead?
What a thing to say. Everyone knows marauders can't fly.
Down there, the new ship. Doesn't look like any of the corporate freighters.
But what would they be doing here? And how did they ever get permission to land?
Perhaps we'll finally get some excitement after all.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Want to be famous?
Anti-Creo ketchup. Organic, vegan, handmade, gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free.
Move along.
Move along.
Kid, you got presence. Natural magnetism. Know what I mean? There's those street smarts. Just the right amount of rough around the edges. Next time, we'll have you say that over the rim of a Trippa Stout. Product placement, babe. Listen, you got an agent? Fresh, natural talent. I know it when I see it. Listen, you got a real special quality. I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit. But...
Ah! Captain! You're gonna be in pictures!
Already got an entourage, huh? Way to get ahead of the game. So what do you say? You ready? Terrific! We're holding auditions at the studio. Head to Odeon Pictures and take the elevator.
According to local legend, if you walk around the orrery 3 times, your corporate rival will die of a paper cut.
You think I'd get arrested if I climbed up on that to get a look at the gearings?
Nah, probably just shot.
C&P, I can't believe it's not forced. It's unbelievable how good it is.
The dissidents actually took over the refinery. I can't believe it!
And then, the chairman shot their space shuttle down with the Hammersmith grenade launcher. Incredible.
Are you two talking about the new Dissident Hunter adaptation? Don't spoil it. I'm behind.
You need to watch more Aetherwave. You never know what's going on.
Looking for weapons? You've come to the right place. Every Byzantine needs high-quality armaments, and you won't find Why, to defend their...
50-bit says he's got a...
Byzantium is the best of what Halcyon has. Marauders, dissidents, especially large sprats. One never knows. Only because we make it so. It is only the fear of the well-armed. One can never be too well-armed. Who knows?
choice pre-sliced bread. It tastes fresh because it was. Spacer's Choice Tartar Sauce. A tangy sauce made with real atmospheric contaminants from tartars. Great on fish sticks.
I've always loved that sculpture.
It's an orrery, and you say that every time.
It's strange, though. I thought Byzantium was the center of Halcyon.
That's a figure of speech.
I know that.
You, with the hips. Over here. Let me take a closer look at you. Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. You have a natural contrapposto, my dear. The way you rest your weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and... Your walk, your posture, the cut of your clothes, you carry yourself with the bearing of a noble, but you dress like a barbarian. How deliciously outre. I'm Celeste Jolicoeur, and you, my dear, are exactly what... Darling, you and that brutish sweat... I'm working on a new line of clothing that will shock this city to its core, and I'd like your help. Marvelous! You and I are gonna wake this city up like a cold splash of... What I need is a survey of the outside world. What does the common... Also... My dear, fashion is a performance art. I'll need you to model for me the following: the apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a marauder, and a full ensemble of spacer gear. And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers. You have the bearing and demeanor of a born... Fabulous! If I were an enterprising spacer in need of a wardrobe, You don't gotta be so forward about my reasons, Captain. Let me get a good look at you. Turn around, please, darling. My word, such muscular shoulders. You're a vision, dear. I am no such thing, ma'am. Nonsense, you're absolutely lovely. Chin up now. I have just the thing for you. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation. Materials, labor, licensing and copyright. There. Darling, do I look... I read her measurements by eye. And don't you ask. Now stand back. Back! I'll enter the settings and get these machines spinning.
And there we are, my darling girl. I wish you a splendiferous evening. And if you don't mind my asking, have you any interest in modeling?
What? Oh, no, ma'am. All them eyes staring at me? I couldn't. No way, no.
I wish you weren't so shy, my Violet. You truly are beautiful. I hope your date sees...
Oh, can you believe this outfit? It's so handsome, I'm almost afraid to touch it. Well, I guess that's everything then. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for. To fix up the air cyclers. They only... I know. For a while, it felt like everything I did was a little bit of help. Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. I'll send June a message and ask her over. Oh, this is real scary, Captain. I'm grateful.
I love Byzantium. Where else are you going to find art?
What's gone into Bachmeyer lately?
Now that he's posted at the HHC, he's too good for the rest of us grunts.
Maybe we lose some of his gear in the sewers. That'll take it down.
Out with it, you wretched contraption! Does nothing in this... city work anymore!
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history. After a deep and thorough examination of our budgets, revenue streams, and predictive models, we are publishing our yearly success report. Profits are soaring, promotions abound. Thanks to your continued hard work, Halcyon is healthier and more productive than ever. In the coming months, Byzantium will be sure to see the many rewards reaped from your diligent labor. Once we nail down the details, I can't wait to share what's in store. For now, my friends, keep up the hard work.
Dr. Finhill. I noticed your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night.
Well, look here. Your slide's not recoiling fully. You might be due for a new spring. I could take a look, maybe fix it for you.
Sure. I'm short on bits at the moment, but I'll pay you back.
Oh, no. I mean, it don't cost nothing. I got a spare spring in my pocket here, even.
Everything's got a price.
Have you tried our new cocktail sponsored by Rizzo's? 1 part purple spectrum vodka, 1 part artificial tomato-like substitute juice. I don't believe in work. I don't mean to sound cruel. There's nothing wrong with working. We all have our roles in society. I like to think of myself as an... Do you know Celeste Jolliker? I've heard she...
Hey, stand back. You. I'm part of Minister Clark's personal detail, and that means you gotta keep 5 feet back at all times. Of course not. But I'm not on the job, right? The others took me out to celebrate on account of me just getting hired and all. He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony. Yeah. That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own personal UDL-issued shotgun. They don't give those out to just anyone. That's right. Not just anyone is allowed to have a key to Minister Clark's residence. It's all very hot. Oh, he's, medium height. Everyone tells me he's... That's a great idea!
Captain, I can smell him from clear over here. I reckon he...
Sure have, because today's...
He's got powerful good ears, too.
And a powerful thirst. You, Here's to me. Hey, you're really... Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. I should probably... Who am I kidding? I could... It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow, you've got, like, this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that? Oh, Laws. I gotta stop. I really shouldn't. I'll have the work.
Nonsense. You've got another in you. Doctor's orders.
Guess I can't argue with that. Yeah. Was that one supposed to taste like purple berry crunch? I don't feel so good. I just need to sit down.
Oh, Captain, you see those
Something on your mind?
You take real good care of your pistol, Dr. Fenhill.
I oughta. It's kept me alive this long.
I mean, you treat it nice. Makes me happy to see, because I feel the same way about my wrench.
Look, it's a tool that does a job. Feelings got nothing to do with it.
You sure have seen a lot of the colony, huh, Dr. Fenhill?
Ellie. And sure, but most of it looks the same from inside a ship.
Sorry, Dr. Ellie. So though, don't you find it thrilling?
Look, it's just Ellie.
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here. Oh, nothing. Nothing. Why? Does it look like... Laws, I knew it! You got me. I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing. Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they... And so what if I occasionally They escaped, and before I could coax them... Even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the common sewer sprats. Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Also, please, do take care, and do mime the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings... Well, to maintain things, of course. Like big humming machines and pipes. Water pipes. Air pipes. All sorts of pipes. That... Something...
Terminated.
Nice and easy.
Turning to patrol mode. Sanitation and cleanup required. Unexpected perform. Security enforcement. Reminder, please pay your gravesite fees.
Nothing fun ever happened in this town.
Great work!
Process searching. Search concluded. No dissidents found. System. Beginning security.
Nice and easy.
Processing. Searching. For unauthorized.
They got the drop on us. Okay.
System.
Any luck finding my sprats? Truly? And all safe and sound. Oh, Reginald, Philippa, Vonda, Haroon, Iskander, Evelyn, I'm never letting you out of my sight again. Please, take this. It's not much, but it's the best I can offer for the safe return of my darlings. Now, I've got to get back to the lab.
I tell you what, we'll change the font in our contracts as
Clause about hosting our weekly bridge tournaments, and you've got yourself a deal.
You drive a hard bargain, my good man.
They've got to pay me for something, my dear fellow.
You, sir, are a fabulous negotiator.
Don't get me started, my... You are most certainly the man.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch.
So, how many times have you seen Terror on Monarch?
Terror on Monarch loses its appeal after the fifth movie. Now, Titus enjoyed it. Yes, there's a word of timeless culture.
For all auditions, please use the elevator on the left. For all auditions, please use the elevator on the left.
My cousin's in pictures. That business makes piracy look civil.
If you could just leave me back at the ship, I'm sure there's something I ought to be fixing now.
Great! You made it! Listen, I know you're expecting a script, but you're the real... No, don't question yourself. Just feel the scene and go with it. I got a feeling you'll know what to do. We gave the other actors real weapons to keep things authentic. And 'cause Josh is paying to see their logo on the big screen. Don't think, kid. Now go in there, find your mark, and show us what you got.
Well, here to stop us at last, Captain Steele? You're too late! All of this Settlement CNP Hungry Time food pills, same nutritional value but now with added filler, are ours. With their patented stomach stuffing effects and baseline vitamin content, we will be nigh unstoppable. Here to stop us at last, Captain Steele? You're too... Oh, sorry. I already said that.
Can I shoot someone? Wait, are we the good guys or the bad guys? Doesn't matter. I want to shoot someone.
Do you remember the last time we faced each other? The Battle of Axejack, staring one another down across the void of space while flaming debris fell like rain around us. I see you haven't changed a bit, Steele. I had you surrounded and outgunned, but you overcame my superior numbers with tactical thinking and a Hammersmith limited edition grenade launcher. I've been waiting for 5 years now, and at last my day for vengeance has come. Yes, it is. I have this whole port wired with sub-micro energon transistors. Once we're away, I'll activate the gamma particulate field and the quantaponic chain reaction will turn this whole place into vaporized plasma. Oh, but there's nothing you can do. I hope you've paid your burial fees and signed your personal death and dismemberment waivers because this is the end for you. Line. Never mind, I think that's scene. To the break room, everyone. I need my Moab fizzy tea.
Cut! That was interesting, kid. Real novel take. Let's take 5.
Whatever he offers you, ask for more.
There's my star. Walk and talk with me. Hey, listen, I appreciate what you tried there. We've got a review. Look, sometime... Here, take this for making the trip down here. Don't call us.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
I think we can both agree that Maverick Dawson is the finest director in Halcyon.
I agree with that. But nice thing about traveling with the captain, we meet all sorts of new people.
Sure. Best part is when they pay us.
We never really had new folks in Edgewater, except the captain. It's kind of hard to make new friends when everyone's already decided they don't like you.
Could be a favor in disguise. A lot of people out here ain't that nice. Sure, they look fancy, but inside, they're just marble and existent. There's my parents' place. Smell that? Industrial-grade cleaning solvent and desperation.
The Acropolis District is off.
You could have asked me, you know.
What in the law's name are you? Honest mistake. Why don't you come?
You must be joking. Our fair city is being overrun by a pox of vagrants and undesirables, and your plan is to sit idly by. Oh, there! That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him?
For the last...
Here we go!
No prisoner. Let's deal with this one.
How splendid. Another rung leech wandering through the streets of Byzantium. Why, just this morning I thought to myself, as lovely as the gardens are, what they really... And here you are, frolicking. Forgive me if my manners don't live up to the standards of an interloper who accosts total strangers in their own neighborhood. Honestly, what is the board thinking letting so many of your ilk into the city proper? What's wrong? It erodes the very pillars of our society. Merit. This city is meant for us, the system's finest. But now we are overrun with the unworthy and the ungrateful, and this... The worst thing to happen to Halcyon. A contest that gives even the lowliest, most inefficient work. By simply winning a lottery, those early retirees get an exclusive district of Byzantium. Tell me. Oh, by the law. It's not right. I deserve to see any district I please. You know, you look like you've been shot at before. What say I hire you to investigate this travesty, and you get paid to do so?
She's got a point. We're probably gonna get shot at anyway. Might as well make a few bit.
Yes. What is that person's job exactly? Are they your secretary? Personal masseuse? Or do you just keep them around as a mobile armrest? Can't... Now... Fantastic. Consider yourself employed. I hear the chosen retirees all enter the retirement district via the port landing pad, but unless, of course, you had a wealthy, beautiful benefactor of impeccable These codes will get you past the lockdown. Oh, and don't worry about subtlety. I don't care how you deal with security, just correct this injustice at all costs. The same way anyone gets anything here, of course. I made friends with the right people. Bits might earn you a place in Byzantium, but that means everyone here has little need for more of them. For favors like this, you need to spend... let's call it social capital. I earned my place here, just like everyone else. My grandfather was the CIO at Tile, you see. Chief Idea Officer. He came up with all the best ideas for their products. You know the font they use for Stogie Slims? That was him. Well, he described the idea of it to their font development team, then picked it from a list of choices, but that's basically the same thing. It was a very long list. Let's see. He picked the colors they included in rainbow chips. No one else wanted purple, but he insisted. Everyone loves the purple ones. And you know how the Cosmic Smokes logo has an eye in the middle of a heptagon? He said that one came to him in a dream. He was a true visionary, so far ahead of his time. I just told you. My grandfather made millions of bits as CIO. Of course it is. Wealth is the most visible, objective measure of success. And success isn't given to you, it's earned. If you have wealth, you're successful. And if you're successful, you must have earned it. You're welcome.
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics.
Oh, there. That's one right there.
Marilyn, is that you?
Lars, we certainly didn't expect to see you like this.
And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble. I don't know what to say. Come on, you're supposed to help me make... Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've...
Not...
The last few years have been a bloody haze, right? Yep, we're a pair of disgraceful lowlifes.
Marilyn, this...
We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch where... It's the... You had the floors redone with real Terran marble? Since when...
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand.
We thought you were...
I'm not dead. I just never want...
I'm afraid that...
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
You what? Well, now that I'm here, I guess you'll just have to report back that I'm very much alive and kicking.
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
Why did you do that?
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we? The neighbors would talk, and not in a good way.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing...
One of a kind.
That led to your tragic death when you...
It was quite the story. People were talking...
Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? And what are you gonna do now that we're...
Yes, about that.
Quietly. I'm afraid it would cause quite a stir if the neighbor...
That's it?
Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time. Can we talk? Can you believe those two? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage. I wanted them to get upset. I just thought it would play out differently. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would... I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either, the leather's fake but the scars are real, or, oops. Yeah, I'm gonna use that one day. Now, getting back... Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just... Then, Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eye... I'm not hurt. I'm outraged. Affronted, even. I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing. I'm used to rough situations. Like when someone loads your pistol with blanks and strands you in a Marauder moonbase, or traps you in an airlock with an angry... But I want to talk about me now. Unless you mean the kind who'll look out for you to blink so they could swipe your bits. The galaxy... Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad. Wait a second. I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your people skills. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of...
Dr. Ellie, you ever wonder if maybe we got some things in common?
This isn't another thing about wrenches and guns, is it?
Because you're a surgeon and I'm a mechanic. We both fix things, heal them up.
Hate to break it to you, but before I got to Groundbreaker, I fixed more noses than bones. Nowadays, I probably shoot more than I save.
Oh.
I guess we're going to Fallbrook.
My dear fellow.
Whoa! Rizzo's lemon slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
All right, how does this sound? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to walk into you like that.
You think the privy's gold-plated too?
I can take a hint.
Wow, look at the size of this basement. If someone back home wanted to make a secret lab, they'd have to put it in a closet.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside? You're in my house, and I'm not fucking around. Start talking.
If anyone ever tries to off me, I hope they do it with the same professional courtesy.
Hagen? I've never heard of her. Is she from the board? Damn it. To keep me quiet. But if you didn't know that, I'm guessing they didn't send you. I always assumed they would put a bullet in my head one of these days. I don't know anyone named Hagen. My what? Let's talk about this. Please. If you came looking for some elaborate scheme...
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving. The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have. Not for lack of trying. I wanted to save them all, but I wouldn't allow us to experiment on convicts or the unemployed. It's wrong, no matter what the law says. Everyone agreed. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius. It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth.
Imagine losing something with that many...
How'd you lose half a pair of ships like it were a sock?
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know. Exactly. If colonists know we can't feed them or protect them, once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off halcyon crops.
Knowing what the board considers a success, that doesn't get...
You really think the board got our best interests at heart? I mean, they say, but...
We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan. Hardly... You came to kill me. I assume that's still on the table. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sac...
I try not to, least when it comes to the moral dilemmas. Lilia Hagen's a useful ally to have, but I'll back you up either way.
Everything I did was for the good of the colony.
It seems like she's trying to help, Captain. Honest help. Ain't many in the colony doing that.
I hope you know what you're doing, Captain. The one on the wanted posters? I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have, Commander? For the last time, no. I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let... Wrong answer.
Make him regret it! I've had patience.
I wonder if that'd fix Edgewater. Guess won't. You think someone gave him bad direction?
Guess I wouldn't want to tell anyone if I'd lost an assault cruiser either.
I hope Dr. Wells has the resources to handle this project.
You don't much like me, huh, Dr. Ellie?
It's nothing personal. I'm just not the touchy-feely type.
It's just... you seem fine with the others. Did I do something to make you unhappy with me?
You gotta stop taking things so personal. You're setting yourself up for a letdown.
Spacer's choice.
I only wish they weren't showing.
Spacer's choice. Anti-Cleo's energizing
If I
ointment.
spit,
Enjoy
think I can
6
hit that
cups worth
mechanical
of
down there?
concentrated caffeine.
That's the last of them.
Finally. Is it just me, or are we getting more and more retired recently?
Not just you. Felt like a damn factory worker these last few months.
Welcome to the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Early Retirement Center. You, the lucky few, have been selected to spend the rest of your days living the high life in your own private district in Byzantium. When you arrive, you'll be whisked away to your very own luxury penthouse, furnished exclusively by 24/7 Furniture's deluxe Falscowood collection. Some assembly required. 24/7 Furniture is not responsible for any injury, psychological damage, or divorce litigations that occur during the assembly process. After you get settled in, you'll have the chance to explore your new home. Why not go for a bite at one of our many restaurants, like CNP's Blazing Borscht Barbecue or Rizzo's All-You-Can-Crunch Cereal Buffet? Or maybe you'd like to head to the bar and enjoy an ice-cold Zero-G Brew by Spacer's Choice. Zero-G Brew, an ale that's good for what ails you, although in the early retirement district, nothing will. All this and more will be complimentary for the entirety of your stay, courtesy of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation. You won't have to spend a bit. So relax grab a refreshment from one of our vending machines and enjoy our specially constructed welcome center. While you're here, be sure to check out the displays for some fun facts about the early retirement program and selection process. Then, once you're ready, enter the elevator at the end of the hall and leave your troubles behind. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Today is the first day of your early retirement. Congratulations. Welcome to the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Early Retirement Center. You, the lucky few, have been selected to spend the rest of your days living the high life in your own private district in Byzantium. When you arrive, you'll be whisked away to your very own luxury penthouse. Furnished exclusively by 24/7 Furniture's Deluxe Falskowood Collection. Some assembly required. 24/7 Furniture is not responsible for any injury, psychological damage, or divorce litigations that occur during the assembly process. After you get settled in, you'll have... Why not go for a bite at one of our many restaurants, like CNP's Blazing Bourse Barbecue or Rizzo's All-You-Can-Crunch Cereal Buffet? Or maybe you'd like to head to the bar and enjoy an ice-cold Zero-G brew by Spacer's Choice.
Oh no.
Resist investigating further. You are not authorized to bypass that security system. What do you think you're doing? Suspicion levels minimal. Carry on. Unexpected noise identified. Processing security.
They're on us.
Worker.
I think we can both agree. You and your pen pal seem to be getting along.
Don't make it small. When you say it like that, it sounds stupid.
Whoa, take it easy. Didn't realize you were so wrapped up.
You're doing it again.
Sense of impropriety radiating off of him. I must admit, I'm getting a certain thrill out of our little arrangement. If this goes well, perhaps I'll start hiring one. What? You mean it's just a sham they perpetuate so they can dispose of the rabble? That's brilliant. To take the most burdensome members of our society and simply remove them. Oh, I'll never doubt the wisdom of the board again. Why, I had no reason to be envious at all. What a relief. And how else would I react? A vagrant such as yourself couldn't possibly appreciate the emotional burden this news has lifted from my shoulders. But regardless of your ignorance, I promised you a fee for your services, so a fee you shall... Of course, as we agreed. I'm not one to break a contract. In any event, while I'm deeply grateful for the peace of mind you've brought me, I will need some solitude to fulfill.
There's nothing to see here. Ma'am, please don't cause us.
I want you to know I'm...
Do you have any actual... That's funny. The Minister isn't expecting visitors. Minister Clark's a private man, and you're asking... There's nothing...
Keep your shoulders up, please.
I'll keep it down.
What? Huh? Hey! Me? Look.
How did you get in here?
Okay.
You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here?
Oh, my law. Captain! Captain! That's the minister! Mr. Clark! Oh, wow!
So, this is one of the guys who runs the colony, huh? Small room for a big shot.
If this is about another aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more. slowly and loudly, Aloysius. That's the only way these I said, you may tell Charles to go fuck himself. Then you're not part... That means you're a dissident? A real live dissident? But what are you doing here? And how did you get in? Then what are you... Oh. My friend, the slightest demonstration of independent thought or action renders one a dissident, which is why I'm dying to know... Drugs, of course. What else? Why did I get... I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
He's got no idea.
Will that be... Oh dear, I don't think I can say this any... Of course, of course. It's Rockwell again. Who else? Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for years. I've long suspected him of transacting business in my name.
You've been all alone in this house?
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you... How should I know? I've been under house arrest for years. But there is a way to find out. And perhaps, whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters.
This all feels off, Captain.
Believe me, things have been off around here for a very, very long time.
We really gonna do this? Getting involved is a messy business.
This is about more than bits. This is... Why, this is starting to sound like an... Halcyon Holdings Corporation, the collective of companies, allegedly in partnership with the... Via the Acropolis district, of course. That's where the most but only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office. Oh, I haven't been allowed up there in years. A gilded minibar, perhaps? A personal theater? The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look. I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer than a few pages. There are a few advantages to dealing with imbeciles. Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting... Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me... But they need to know what's happening. What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and... Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
You're awful trusting for a guy who's been locked in his...
The Earth Directorate is our best hope. Even Rockwell's resources are no match. And it is hardly in... Depending on the nature of their response, months. Organizing and sending personnel all... And now, I entrust it to you.
Oh, there! That's one right there.
What is it now? Yeah, and I'd really like a new Hammersmith grenade launcher. Hammersmith. And seeing as you don't seem the executive sort... Hey, I've been trying to get a post at the HHC, but they keep turning me down on account of my OD. Anyway, I've worked here long enough to know every clerk by name and face. And since... You're new to the ministry? You one of those lab coats they... That was yours? Wow. You earned that promotion, all right. So you start tomorrow, huh? You know, they should have set you up with an ID. But then you had to wait 6 to 8 weeks for the complaint forms to arrive, right? Yeah, all right.
I never could have handled the desk job. You ever get the urge to just hawk one on the floor?
State your business. Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32B form. Each weapon... Now, let's see. You don't have to be sarcastic about it. Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms, and I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business. So I'm going to save us both some... Just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and low on patience. So try anything funny, and they'll paint the walls with...
I wish I could do that.
Apologies for the wait. I was arranging my stationery. Personal assistant to Adjutant Akande and Chairman Rockwell. I'm also Ah. Oh, you were being serious. I'm obliged to inform you. Will there be...
Sure.
Excuse me, just a moment. Is there something I can do for you?
Hey, I saw... What do you think you're doing?
Excuse me, just a moment. Is there something I can do for you? I beg your pardon, Minister Clark's former office is... What? Oh dear. Thank you for reminding me.
One person gets all this space. Just to sign papers all day?
Who feels like getting into trouble?
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
Not so fast. The Ministry of Accuracy and Morale is off limits to everyone with...
It's okay. I'm a doctor.
I don't care if you're a brain surgeon. If you don't work here, or for Chairman...
Worth a try. You'd be surprised.
Like I said, X-30... I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know you, and I don't have...
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches out in the city. That one from downstairs is still in the cafeteria.
That scientist? The one who's been hounding the clerks? Ooh, gives me the shudders, too.
What's this I hear about you ordering more tests performed with sample 4157? That's actually spectacular. All intents tanks to help test the next batch of samples. Now get to work.
Let the record show that Subject 23K's cause of death is cerebral vascular incident brought about by a ruptured aneurysm.